In this lesson, we'll discuss some last-minute things you can do to make sure you are truly ready to take the ACT exam. While none of the ideas in this lesson deal with the actual content of the exam, nor do they really address test-taking strategies, following these suggestions will help you relax a bit more and feel more confident on exam day. Remember, your goal on the ACT is to get the highest score you can, and getting one or two more questions right may impact scholarship money or be the difference between acceptance or rejection by your college of choice. Therefore, whatever you can do to increase your chances of success is worth considering. So with that in mind, let's discuss some ideas. Let's start with what you can do the day and night before the exam. First, know where your ACT test center is located. If you are unfamiliar with the location, use a map or online mapping site to find the best way to get there. If you're really concerned about finding the location, do a practice run the day before. Drive from home to the site and make note of how long this will take, adding on a few minutes just in case. Be sure to note where you'll park on test day as well. Remember, the goal here is to reduce your stress level. The test is stressful enough, so let's not add to it by getting lost on the day of the test. Likewise, remember that you must bring a printed copy of your admission ticket and an acceptable form of identification with you on test day. Acceptable forms of ID include a driver's license or a school-issued photo ID. Put both of these items in your car the night before the test. You will not be admitted to the test site without them, so don't take any chances of forgetting these at home. And there are other items you'll want to get ready the night before as well, including pencils. Have many 4, 5 sharpened number 2 pencils ready for the test. Remember, you may not use mechanical pencils or ink pens. Make sure these are sharp. Any time spent sharpening a pencil during the exam is a waste of precious time. Likewise, make sure you have good quality erasers on these pencils. Make sure also to bring a watch. Each test center is different, and you cannot count on being able to see a clock on the wall. A silent watch to have on your wrist or on your desk is an invaluable pacing tool that you can use throughout the exam. Additionally, bring with you an improved calculator. A list of acceptable calculators is available on the ACT website. It is your responsibility to know if your calculator is approved for use, so be careful. The TI-89, for example, is not acceptable, and it often leads to students being dismissed from the test site. All of these items, your admission ticket and ID, pencils, a watch, and a calculator, all of these are important items to have with you on test day. You must locate these early, and you really should have them in your car, ready to go the night before. Don't take any chances. Okay, another thing to consider is what you will wear on test day. Now, I'm not saying you need to worry about style and appearances. So far, the ACT does not include a section on fashion sense. But your comfort level during this lengthy exam is important. The best advice is to dress comfortably and wear a few thin layers that can be added or removed based on the temperature in the room. Like so many other factors, you don't know what the testing environment will look or feel like, so you must be prepared. Also, if you have a cold or cough on test day, consider bringing some tissues or cough drops. You'll be glad you did, and so will the other students in the room. No one wants to listen to someone sniffling while they're testing. Now let's talk about getting some rest the night before. Most students will take the exam on a Saturday morning, which means that the night before is a Friday night. It can be difficult to sacrifice your Friday night plans anytime, but the night before you've scheduled one of the most important tests of your life, this is one night out with friends that you just might have to give up. Get to bed reasonably early. There is no substitute for a good night's rest before a big and exhausting test. And when you wake up, eat something for breakfast. Now, everyone's different when it comes to the need for an early morning meal. But the common wisdom is to eat something light and safe. And by safe, of course, I mean something that won't cause you trouble a few hours later. You might also consider bringing some snacks and a water bottle that you can consume during the breaks. This is acceptable so long as you're not eating and drinking in the exam room. Remember, this exam will last for over 4, possibly 5 hours if you're taking the writing portion. You will get hungry. Okay, let's recap some of the key ideas discussed in this lesson. In short, think like a boy or Girl Scout and be prepared. Make sure you know where your test center is and how to get there. Get everything you need for the test ready and in your car the night before. This includes your admission ticket and ID, sharpened pencils, a watch, and a calculator. Dress comfortably and in layers. Be prepared for all environments. Bring snacks and a water bottle and maybe some tissues and cough drops. And lastly, tell your friends that you're out for the game or movie on Friday night and get to bed reasonably early. If you follow these seemingly obvious but very important tips, you can be sure of one thing on exam day: you'll be ready. And if you are, you'll be giving yourself a great chance of scoring well on the ACT.